let's kick off episode 6 and get right back into it. The big news, I think the big news that everybody should address because it just happened yesterday was Bronny James has been drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers
with the 55th pick.
Second round.
I feel like they treated him right though. Like off of the simple fact that everybody keeps saying like, oh, LeBron helped him get in the league and all that. They still treated him accordingly. Like, bro didn't get the first round. He got the second round, the 55th pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's for Crip Mac.
He's not aware just yet.
That's funny.
We're working.
That's funny.
5-5.
That's funny.
He ain't there going crazy right now.
I mean, I think also too, the biggest topic, I think the biggest point on this that everybody's adding on is the first father-son duo in the NBA.
So hard.
For sure.
There has been that father-son aspect in a couple other sports, I believe, back in the 80s and 90s.
It was baseball number one. Yeah, Ken Griffey and his father. And then I also think there was an actual hockey player with his father until I think his father was like 50-something, honestly.
Fire.
And then
I did see a picture. It was like 3 different sports or something like that happened before.
Yeah. So it was baseball, it was hockey, and I'm not too sure the third one. But I know this is the first time officially happening in the NBA. So
fire.
Is it fair to say that LeBron James is the greatest of all time now that this is the first father and son duo to play in the same game? Because this is iconic since this has never happened before. So it's going to be all eyes on Bronny and his father. So I feel this is game changing.
I think it's tight. Do you really feel like you can make that part of his greatest legacy? Because I feel like it's just really because it happened that they're aged in the same, like, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, but also too, like when you think of just the standard of NBA, there's not many NBA players that make it to the age of 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so
my point,
even though they're within a 21 or 20 year age gap,
mm-hmm.
it's never reached that point because nobody's been able to stay this long with this continuous performance to where it's such a big deal, or even came close. Because obviously Michael Jordan, he was never able to make it happen, and
his sons weren't either.
Correct.
Yeah.
They definitely weren't as well. No. See, that's almost not fair to say because they were very well trained as well. But Bron has access to different type of training and trainers to where, and it's a social media area where a lot of attention can be put on you more than it was on the Jordan sons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his one son that actually had an opportunity to make it just never even had an opportunity. But that goes to show you the power that LeBron does have beyond just his performance on the court. Because that is a chess move. Yeah. Regardless of it going the second round, 55th pick, he ended up on the Lakers.
No, for sure.
So that's 29 other teams that had 2 shots to take him and didn't. Yeah. Do you think that's communicated amongst the commissioners?
How do you feel though? Because they said supposedly Rich Paul was calling around telling teams like, you bet not.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
So it's a chess move.
He's going Australia.
He's gonna want to trade. Yeah, he's not gonna stay on the team. He's gonna waste your draft pick. Like it's chess moves. I feel like.
I think you need to realize this too. This is my perspective. Now it's one thing for just a regular NBA player, right, to have a son come in the NBA and play with their father, but you have to understand, like, this is the face of the league. That's like once again Jordan having a son. Like if it's any other random, you know what I'm saying, player off the bench, whatever, having their son come in, I don't think it would be as publicized. But we got to realize right now, LeBron is the face of the league. He's compared to Jordan. He's compared, above Kobe. It's crazy. So I think this is why it's getting way more media attention, and also why LeBron has way more pull to be able to be like, you know what, to tell his agent to be like, okay, no other team pick him, because like I said, it would be different if he wasn't the face of the league. This is LeBron James, so he has pull to damn near do anything. So you already knew. I mean, for Miles, I already knew this was going to happen. It was a given.
With how tight, it's just crazy too that they're on the same team. Because you look at it, if it would have been on an opposite team, heck, his son would have to leave his home in Beverly Hills and go move to that city on his own and be out on his own for the first time. You see how tight knit of a family it seems like they are. So the dynamic of, you see, he didn't even leave home for college.
Right.
So like, what makes him think he's gonna go and Bron, knowing what goes on in the NBA as a rookie, I'm gonna send Bronny out to go play with the Miami Heat, or somebody on the East Coast far away from home.
Miami is crazy.
And then like like now you all the way from the crib, you got to learn all this stuff about the NBA on your own. The fact that he's on the same team, it just makes it so much more low-key mind-blowing as an NBA fan. The fact of like Bron's gonna wake up in the morning. They're gonna eat breakfast at the crib. Savannah gonna make breakfast for him. They all gonna eat together, and they gonna hop in the whip and drive to the game together and talk about.
You see the meme?
I was just about to say that.
The meme about the they said they just found out that
LeBron James.
Yeah, that Brown is fucking his teammate's mom.
Yes,
That was hilarious.
And she retweeted
it like that's cold.
Hell
I
yeah.
think that's tight though. I think it's dope. But my only thing is, how long does this last?
I mean,
How
I'm gonna
long
go
does it
ahead and
last?
say though, like he been hooping though. Like in the combine, he didn't do bad. He didn't do as bad as he did in college. In college, he was averaging like 4 points,
6 point
Yeah.
type shit.
6 points. But in the combine, he did good. He
was
like
shooting
13
very
points.
well.
Yeah, he had 13 points. I think he went 5 for 10 or something like that. So he wasn't doing horrible in the combine. He kind of proved himself a little bit.
He
Like
did.
he was taking more shots. He was being more aggressive. He was showing them like, hey, I do deserve to be here.
What
Right,
if
it's
he
not
been
like a
holding back
given.
this whole time?
You said what?
I
What
think
if
he
been
was.
holding back this whole
I think
time?
he was.
Brown is just like, all right, now go.
Bro,
And they just
I'm so
go
glad
and
you
they
said
get
that.
off on some Splash Brothers shit.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you said it. I
Yeah.
feel like he was trying to probably reserve himself so that teams weren't super interested in him
Exactly.
and he could
That
fall
makes
to
sense.
55th.
That makes
Because there's
sense.
no way, I wouldn't say no way, but you got the same trainers, the same coaches, the same after treatment. You got everything Bron got, and you should be up to a little bit better than 6
Yeah.
points a game. So I feel like he was like, I'm not gonna show you I'm too offensive yet. I'm gonna play the rest of the game and see and let y'all think like I'm just an all around little low key
You talking
player.
about at the combine?
Just
he's
in
talking
general,
about
college.
But then
and
you got to think about it though.
he
like
had cardiac arrest
he
too.
done had
Exactly.
that too. But then you got to think about it. He done had. It's so many people in the world expecting him to be his dad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so people expecting you to be LeBron James.
That's tough.
It's a lot of. That's a lot of like
Pressure.
pressure on you. Even Deion Sanders went on the show and he was talking about it. He went on I seen an interview. He was talking about it like, I just had to let him know like, just you got to be yourself. Like you feel me? He can't be LeBron James. There will never be another LeBron James.
Yeah,
so
can't
you got to
step- that's
just
a big light to step in.
Exactly. So I think him going to this team with his dad is going to be a good thing. I think they're going to polish him up. I think players like AD, LeBron, even Austin Reeves. I feel like players like that are going to shape him up and make him better overall.
Yeah.
With the fit, the unit, and then too, you're getting game to game coaching from the greatest to ever
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, not only is that your dad, so you get game outsider. Now you're going to be able to. Yep, I said it.
I
You're going to be
heard
able to
that.
analyze. You're going to be able to analyze
That
the
was
game
intense.
with him
Yeah.
on the road.
And they got JJ Redick as the coach right now.
coach, yeah,
as the head coach now.
That's gonna be a major factor. But I feel too also, from what I was thinking, I think now this is gonna amp LeBron up more because you have to understand that he's played with his son his entire life.
Right.
He's the one that taught him the game of basketball. So you have to understand if you put that dynamic on an actual NBA court, I think number
They gonna
one
kill.
it's going to hype LeBron up. Number two, I think there's going to be a different kind of chemistry that has never been seen before on the NBA court. Because like I said, LeBron James is the one that actually trained his son up. So who knows what they got in their back pocket together, just what they be doing in their backyard. So you got to look at that aspect. And I also feel too, I feel that LeBron James' son wasn't holding back in the combine because, like I said, at the end of the day, I just feel that he knew he was going to the Lakers, So I don't think
no,
that
not the combine. He was
no,
holding back. Combine, he showed
my
out.
bad. Let me take that back. I feel like in college too, because you have to understand, number one, we got to give him respect. He did come back from cardiac arrest, but then you have to realize that the college system is way different than the NBA system. So the college, a college team, right, doesn't care if you're LeBron James' son. They're gonna have their program no matter what. They're gonna discipline you. They're gonna make sure, like, you know what, there's no favoritism. So that's just how the college structure is. And the college game is a different kind of pace. So when you get into the NBA, I think the NBA is more kind of self-centered superstar. So I think now LeBron James' son is gonna let it all loose. I think he's gonna have more freedom, more leeway.
Facts.
Like I said, being on the team that his actual father is on, and JJ Redick being the coach, who is a close friend of LeBron, I think they're going to give more leeway for LeBron James' son to do his thing. And especially, like you said, this is actual NBA training. So this is going to be a whole nother
See a
kind of
whole
training
different dynamic
for
of what he's
Bronny.
doing. Just lastly, quick question to you as a woman, like Savannah.
Yeah.
In your mind, if you put yourself in her shoes, is this a good thing? Do you want Bronny? Do you want your son to get away from the nest? Or do you want him to stay right under home, right with dad, and learn everything, go on the road with your dad and everything right from the beginning?
Right there. I think that's one of the things that, like, as I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna get a little deep. As Black people, as African Americans, I think that it's so important that we're finally getting to this place where like we got a lot more dads that are being a lot
Present.
more active.
Right.
And so I know that them specifically, that family structure is so crazy because it's like they beat the fucking odds, bro. Like Bron
Super
beat
did.
I'm not finna go get a white woman when I hit the league.
Facts.
They've been
High school
together
sweetheart.
since high school.
For
They
sure.
stayed together. There's never been no crazy controversy.
Ever.
They have the perfect little, standard, not industry, societal standard nuclear family. They got the boys with the baby girl and she's thriving. They're thriving. Savannah's a stay-at-home wife. She ain't never had to lift a finger in this bitch. So as far as that's concerned, by all means, yes, keep that going. Because it's like when you look at other cultures, we as like African Americans are one of the only cultures that's really like once you hit 18 you got cut.
Right.
Like a lot of other cultures are like,
out the
no,
nest.
stay here until you figure it out. You can always come back home
Right.
if you need to. You can stay here and work as long as you have a job. Like they do all that stuff. So it's like with this, I think this is just like that on a larger scale.
Right.
Where it's like, he's probably not going to be living at home. He probably has his own little spot somewhere.
Back house.
Yeah.
He in the back house.
Or condo.
All Will Smith edition.
Condo. He could be downtown LA in one of these high rises for real. You not far from home.
You wouldn't mind as a mother for him to get out the nest, but you're glad he's in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can still keep an eye on him, and then especially knowing what this industry, I guess, because the
Right.
sports industry has to offer your rookie son.
On the road.
Like you are at the exact same time as your son is getting drafted to be running around with his dad, chaperoning all his bullshit.
Boy, they gonna be
At
shooting.
the
They
exact
shot
time
at
on the
Bronny.
other side, you got the Jalen Greens and the Dreas. So it's like you looking at what it could be if he was just out here winging it.
Yeah.
As a
Versus
mother, that's a for
if your
sure.
daddy is like, hey boy, not them ones. Come over
But
here.
also,
Right.
Bron a vet in the game where
Big
away
vet.
games don't really count. What do you do as Bronny? You see your dad walking away with Lil Thing from
But
the
that's why
club.
you hear what
that's a cold
you hear what I just said.
shit
That's
up.
why I said his daddy would snatch him up and be like, not them.
But
Come over here because we've been
Bronny,
doing this. We got NDAs.
Right.
We got
This is the right way to
That's
do it.
taking
Bronny's
the phone in
mom.
the
That's
plastic
Bronny's
bag.
mom that he's cheating on. So
And
now
I
he's seeing it
feel that.
firsthand.
But do you feel
Damn.
like,
But
in
you
all
don't-
honesty, after all these
That's a
years,
cold
they've
narrative.
never seen
I'm
their
I'm not
daddy
jumping in that one.
do nothing?
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know. I think this would be a real telltale moment though to find out really like.
I'm sure Bron might have been doing his little 1-2 on the road all
I
these
don't
past
think- and
20-some
that's-
years.
and that's why I
But
said, I don't
Savannah
think
may
that-
know. You
and
know what I
don't
mean? This
think
could
that
be a
it's
cold
never
little.
happened. I think that niggas just know how the right niggas cover their tracks.
So so it's fair to say him being with Bronny, he's gonna teach him the ropes not only on the court but off the
for
court,
sure.
and then be the proper influence that not only is gonna help him develop as an athlete but as a man going through being a prime attention athlete. He already got a Nike ad. You know what I'm saying? So Rich Paul on his game. If you get a Nike ad, same thing Bron did. He had a shoe deal. So I'm sure he gonna get a shoe deal. So all this stuff given to you at 19 can really blow your head up.
Yeah, for sure. And
so to
especially-
stay home is great.
And especially him being in LA, because one thing to go to a different kind of NBA team, but you being on the Lakers and being in LA, you're gonna get so many endorsement deals. You're gonna get so much stuff on top of this being the
Bitches.
first. Yeah, on top of this being
Exactly.
the first father-son duo. So who knows what's gonna come? But it's just crazy because has LeBron even ever got caught up in any kind of controversy at all?
But that's the
Not
thing.
Not proven.
literally
There's
at
always a
all.
little rumor once in a blue moon, but nothing's ever been proven, shown,
Yeah.
TMZ, camera footage,
He just be
scandal.
friendly. It be
But I
little
don't
shit.
think that he gonna do that type of stuff now. Like I believe he probably did that when he first came into the NBA.
He retired from that, not the NBA.
Not exactly. He retired.
I'm gonna retire at 40 from the bitches.
Look at y'all! Look at y'all shaming
But I'm still
LeBron.
hooping.
How are y'all shaming the king? Y'all don't know this, Look at
Bro,
y'all.
this is all
Kobe
cold
did it.
narrative.
Shaq did it.
But that's what I'm saying.
There will be,
But that's why Bron is different to her
Okay,
point.
so
Okay.
let me switch real quick.
there will be
'cause
no
I'm-
Kobe slander.
I want to stay here for a second because this is a good topic. As men, we gonna get all the way off the Brown shit.
Okay.
I'm curious about this. Is there a point in your life where you just grow up and you get over the circus? Do y'all grow up and just be like, you know what? I can't keep juggling all these bitches, bro. They
Yeah,
getting on
yeah,
my nerves. I just wanna.
As a matter of fact, yeah. Like I did what I did. I did my dirt for sure. But I think like me being like going on tour like with certain rappers and doing certain things, I feel like I've gotten all out of my system.
Oh, nigga, shut up! You 25.
Bro, I'm 25.
nigga.
I'm 25, but I'm about to get married, bro.
But you ain't. Well, I'm saying that's dope. That's a congratulations.
done.
But you ain't got it out your
But
system.
that's
That wasn't a
good
tough time to
point.
settle down.
But look,
But everybody's different.
It's good. I'm not
are
shading
you,
it.
Who are you to say that he just hadn't got his feel of it?
I say, look, the reason why I say it's like I say every female. Like, okay, so all the females a nigga going for what? Big booties, big titties, you know, hella yamage in the back. And you know what I'm saying? You know, but now it's like I'm in a relationship. I'm happy with my girl. And she looked like all them girls that I'm going for. You feel me? The BBLs and all that shit.
So you feel like you found it, you comfortable with just, you know, everything that you've been looking for, you found it in one that gives you everything. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not going to shade that.
We're talking about as a woman, as her being the woman cooking, motivating me, making sure that I'm on my shit, me making, you know what I'm saying, the household, the baby, the everything. I have that all in one. This, you know, our personal life, you know, all that. So I don't feel that I have to go out and look for that, which is probably how LeBron James feel. Like, man, I got the bag, I got the, I got everything.
Yeah,
so
why do I need to go?
It? You know, exactly. Yeah. So to Van LeBron, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think he has or ever had to, because he's being fulfilled at home. And Savannah's not a lazy woman. She's not just a stay at home. She has businesses.
She a bad one
has
too.
Everything. She takes care of the kids. So it's like, why would I want to go out and do those things? He already had the scandal with his mama with Delonte West. Yeah. He don't need no more scandals.
Right. Yeah. And Savannah for sure is playing her role, because I don't know if y'all seen that clip where she was sitting in the on the bleachers and like she was saying what's up to all the films, but like when the niggas walked by, she didn't say shit. She was looking forward, like didn't say nothing. So she know damn well she is not trying to fuck up what she got with LeBron. But to touch on your point, I feel you can't generalize every male in the same category, because from my perspective, from what I've seen, I think it just depends on the person, because some niggas chase pussy, some niggas chase money. You know what I'm saying? So I think it depends on what you went through in your life, because me personally, I'd rather chase the bag any day. Give me the money. Fuck pussy, homie. Where's the money at? I don't give two shits about what's going on. And that's just me coming from growing up in the struggle. You know, having no kind of food to eat. You know, drinking 50-cent soda is Lil Debbie. So by me growing up with that kind of upbringing, that makes me focus on the money. And then I also feel that some dudes may want a relationship and they may have like a high school sweetheart to where it's like, you know, this is the love of their life and they don't want to deal with anybody. And then some niggas just want to be pure players and then they get tired of it. Some people may have been in a situation to where they had somebody they love, they got greedy off the strength of the physical, and then they lost the one that they love. So now mentally it's like they don't never want to do that again. So I think it just depends on the individual. So I don't think you can generalize every guy.
When you in hustle mode, you fasting off bitches.
Yeah, for sure. Right. That's me. Hell yeah.
What's the longest?
What do you mean in terms of what?
What's the longest you? What's the longest?
She's saying how long you was chasing the money and said fuck bitches.
30-day run, 60-day run, 90-day run.
More than that. I would say I've been celibate for a cool minute just off the strength of hustle, money, all that. You know, and that's just being real. Like at the end of the day, like I said, some niggas chase pussy, some niggas chase money. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes I'll be real with you, like I'll be in the club. I've been in the club like maybe like a few months back with the homies off the strength of just like performing and then being in there. And sometimes I just get so irritated. I'm like, yeah, there may be the baddest bitches in there, but my mind clicks like I could be making some money right now. Like, well, if I'm at the club, am I here to make money and perform or host? That's why I'm like, that's just my mentality. That's why I get irritated being in clubs. I'm like, I could be making money right now. Why am I even wasting my time being with these motherfuckers?
That's a fair point. I think everybody goes through their course of life and has their things that they're attracted to or become priority. But I think like what you were saying, as a man, whether you're young or not, trying to find something different to fulfill what you're missing, and then each individual woman becomes old. Like having to learn, you know, how old you are, what college you went to, what your mom's name, over and over and over. And then also too, like the sex aspect, you know, once you do that, if your sex is good or if whatever the case may be, you got those ties to these women that now can cause issues and problems, and I think it just becomes old. And once you find something that's fulfilling like he did, that gives you everything beyond the physical and the sex that most men normally chase when you're looking for a girl. You know, most men, we go for the physical first. Like, you don't get to know somebody for real unless you sit down and talk to him, and you're not gonna sit down and talk to him unless you're attracted to them most of the time.
Off top.
So it takes more as a man to, like, you know, to get into that. So it just gets old. And then once you find that woman that gives everything else, like all the extra ass and pussy, if you've had enough, just becomes excess.
Okay,
Yeah, made it up.
It become the same.
Made it up.
You young, nigga.
Made it up.
Get that right on that.
Y'all niggas spent the last 15 minutes lying.
That's
y'all,
cap.
Hold on, let me touch on this last subject.
That's cap.
y'all niggas lied for 15 minutes.
I'm like, what the fuck is these niggas?
No,
There's a such thing as too much.
This nigga said he
Dog.
on a 90-day run.
You saying there's such thing as too
Six,
much
when
pussy.
your number get up to where mine is, you gonna get
And
burnt
then
out too.
Lazar talk about some.
Hey,
You gonna get
look,
burnt out.
check it out though, Stat.
No, I ain't say I hate bitches. I don't know what he was saying.
I love females. I love females,
But I just get burnt out, bro. Pussy ends up being the same thing when the lights off. That shit get old, nigga.
That nigga
But
said
I'ma
pussy
say
is the
this,
same
though.
thing when the lights out is crazy.
This shit get old.
And
Especially, nigga, when your list get up there, bro. I'm telling you, when your list get up there and you realize it ain't really what all it is.
Oh my God, here you
What you gonna say?
Now I was gonna say to touch on this last part of the LeBron subject. I was gonna say if you ever see LeBron, nigga never out by himself. He always with his girl, clubs,
Oh, God.
parties, everywhere. Shit, I be doing the same thing. So
Yeah, when you
You know?
find that one, I
Yeah, you
think
just
settling down is
sure.
what you do.
In reality,
They're good.
there's away games where Savannah is not there, and it don't matter how
She be
strong.
fine.
Six want to paint this narrative on Bron so bad.
I'm not letting
No, we can't let
Samir
no
get
LeBron
in, bro.
slander.
Hold
will
on.
be
It's not-
tolerated.
It's not directed towards LeBron. I'm just saying, as a man, it don't matter how good your woman is.
Right.
It could be that day where you just had
Temptation
to,
is a
you just had
motherfucker.
to get your shit off, and she just looking right. As much as you love your girl, shit, nigga like me, I'm on that.
but look,
If you feel like you get away with it, it's possible.
You supposed to go to the crib. You supposed to lock the door. You supposed to close the curtains, turn that light off, go to the private browser in your phone.
And you want your man to just whack it off on 44 road games.
Absolutely. And if you really got it, if we really getting spunky, nigga, call me. The fuck? Throw it on the
Treat
FaceTime.
me like I'm 911.
The fuck?
Hey, check this out. What Jody saying, baby boy? I don't love them bitches. I just fuck them bitches, but I love you, Yvette.